Okay. Your organic shoe. One of these two thumbnail. One thing we are constantly doing on YouTube is. Are you giving me thumbnail face? Are you posing? Are you posing for a thumbnail? Are you just looking at the camera? Wow. Okay then. Okay then. We'll just hang out down here. For many content creators, getting people to. Oh shoot. For many creators, the hardest part of getting. When we talk to many YouTube creators. Oh nope. I'm gonna give you a second. What was I eating here that whole time? Oh. Okay. For many content creators, the hardest part about being a YouTube creator. No. Yeah. Not do your. Click-worthy title. Click-worthy. Until statistical. Now here's something that. The default time for a lot. But of course you can shorten that. Now I don't think many of you are going to run into this issue, but in the. Now A/B testing limits. And if you can also. You guys want to do one more? Let's do this one. Way to go. Okay. So you want to start a YouTube channel this year and you've decided. So you want to start a YouTube channel this. One of the most important things to consider is that while both methods are, here's what I mean when I say that. In the beginning, and here's what I mean when I say that. And here's why I want to. Now this does not mean that niching is bad, not at all. If you want to go after search traffic, especially if you are going to be a search-based traffic, something to consider when you're going, for example, you can alter, when it comes to making videos in your own type of video genre, when it comes to being on screen and making videos about a product, when it comes to making videos about anything, when it comes to everyone making content, when it comes to best, you could actually take a more thorough approach. Next is going to be the different category. So if you think about this, it could be maybe you're someone who, so one thing you really want to establish in the beginning is, if you're someone who has watched through this, I want you to stop this video right. So if you're someone who's finally deciding, so if you're a creator who's just, I want to take a second. Now, almost all of us similarly to all of the other, one thing I want to stress up front as well is because you can get you hear a lot of us talk. I've always found that it's really, one last thing to realize is that another point that you hear a lot from a lot of channels in the beginning are going to focus on search-based and evergreen type. And don't forget that even if you're not making search, now you've heard me say it before, the last thing I want to leave you with, while it's great to watch YouTube, remember that ready is just a decision. So the next thing we have, irrelevant tags. Now one thing that's important to notate, one important distinction that a lot of people don't correctly slash together. And when I see this kind of, when I see people with these single word tags, I understand that they haven't fully grasped when I see people or any tool putting them in, but in my tags certainly don't have to be super. Now one thing I do think we should important a lot of the question of the implore you to use. So I'm going to go, and if you do, make sure you subscribe so you can follow along for more tips, and we'll see you in a video very soon. Bye.